Trace, can you explain what the Enneagram is, how it works? There's 9 types. They're all a number 1 through 9. Can you give us a little overview of that, please?
Sure. So the 9 types are mapped out on this diagram. And when you look, you can see that 9 is at the top. The way that we typically think about it, those of us that are working with it, are the numbers don't follow 1 to 9. They actually begin 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in the workshop, we'll talk more about what those different divisions mean. But if you're looking at them, 8 is a challenger. That's the way we normally understand 8. 9 is a peacemaker. 1 is a reformer. 2 is a helper. 3 is an achiever. 4 is an individualist. 5 is an investigator. 6 is a loyalist, and 7 is an enthusiast. And there's lots of layers of what that means within each one of them. So these are big generalizations for each of the types, but we can talk a little bit about wings. There's different levels within each type. There are a couple of different kinds of triads that are there. So it's really, it's an invitation to begin a journey. If you are willing to explore the Enneagram, then you're willing to go into a place of personal reflection as well as engagement of others. I think it just changes the way that we engage others in the world. We don't take things for granted, and we don't jump to assumptions about people quite as quickly, which I think there's so much of that in the world today, that this can really help deepen trust, build deeper connection, and help people find a sense of meaning in their work, in their colleagues, and in their families.
Right. So personally and professionally, so we're going to do this with my husband and son as well, which I'm excited about. All right, so you are invited to attend the workshop with Trace and me and my team on the Enneagram. In order to prepare, what I'd like you to do and what you need to do is go ahead and take the Enneagram and have your results ready to go before the workshop. Trace, will you speak to the test you want people to take and why you've chosen that one? Because the scientifically validated feels really important to me as a researcher.
Yeah, thank you. There are 2 that are scientifically validated. One is the Ready, which I'm encouraging you to take to start your own account. There's also one called the Narrative, and I think the Narrative takes a little more knowledge of the Enneagram than some people may bring to this. So start with the Ready, if you will. Set up your account. Go in. It's $12 to take, so we're not asking you to do a lot. Heavy lift here. And then go in and see what your results are, and we'll talk about these. And if you want to continue to explore, at some point you might decide to do the Narrative as well. The Narrative takes a little more time, so the Ready's also pretty efficient in terms of time and getting on board and getting us started.
Okay, great. So people know what they need to bring, they're ready. I'm actually going to invite all of my clients not only to come, but to invite their C-suite or their managers to come, because we're offering this as just a self-exploration. I think it'll be really fun.
Yeah, I'd be delighted to do a processing session with any group that has interest in going into this. And again, I think once you start, you're really opening a door to a whole deeper sense of self and community in ways that can be transformative for everyone.
Yeah, I'll echo that, because we have been doing this as part of I'm in an international forum for coaches, and we have explored the Enneagram all year. So I took it not knowing anything about it, a different assessment than the Ready. And then when I took the Ready this time, it was very cringy to have to admit some of the things, that aren't my favorite parts of my personality, or the things that I wrangle with personally. And the journey, every step of the way, takes me to a deeper understanding of myself and the people in my forum. So I can imagine, that's why we're going to bring it to our team, because I can imagine how much that will help us grow and deepen our relationships and improve team health and all kinds of things. So that's the invitation for clients as well.
Yeah, I think the other thing that is delightful is even if someone is resistant to really doing the exploration, it tells you something about their type.
Please join us for our next workshop. We'll be doing a deep dive on the Enneagram, and it's going to knock your socks off. Trace Haythorn, one of our world-class coaches, is also an expert in the Enneagram. And he'll be leading us through a discovery session. He'll be teaching, unpacking, and doing some live coaching along with me during this workshop. Come prepared, bring your family, bring your team. It's going to be a blast. See you there.